There's a draft.
There's a draft?
There's definitely a draft.
Hello everybody, this is Amy from Chateau de Rosieres, and I'm coming to you today from perhaps the most mysterious part of our medieval chateau. Now, there's been a chateau on this site for well over 600 years. We have records to show. And because of that, there are all sorts of little things that we don't know that have changed. For example, this spiral staircase. It goes nowhere. It's blocked off and we still don't know where it leads to. And the start of it is in what we currently call the cellar. And we call it the cellar because we use it like a cellar. It's cool, it's dark, it's got the original stone walls of when it was defensive. So this was part of the guard tower. Now, about a year and a half ago, we showed you in a video a meeting that we had with an amazing man called Bruno, who lived here as a child in the 1940s and hadn't been back to visit since. And he and his sister vividly remember that there were underground cellars here in the chateau. Now, the way that things are now, a quarter of the chateau ground floor is actually what we call the cellar, but it's not below ground. It would be incredible if we could find cellars, real cellars under here, and I think it's Marc's absolute dream. Last summer, when we had a few volunteers here, which Dave, Michaela and Jason, and Margaret was already here by then, we decided to start doing some more investigations into the cellars. And we haven't shown you what we did yet because we were on a roll with the coach house and we were doing dailies and things. But we think that it's time now that you saw what we got up to last summer. Now, what you should do before watching this, if you haven't already watched the video where we interview Bruno and we start doing our investigations, highly recommend you do it, and I'm going to link to it here. But in the meantime, I want to show you where Marc decided to start first. What we currently call the cellar, when we arrived, was covered in a huge, thick layer of concrete. And in order to get some of our pipes in, we had to break some of that and realise that there was a normal earth floor underneath. But we didn't break all of it, and it's that which is the focus of Marc's attention today. The chateau is essentially a big square. And a quarter of this is the cellar. And within the cellar, there are voids that we don't know what they are. There's a pantry here. We don't know what's in there. We don't know what's in there. There's the hidden staircase in here. And there's two dividing walls like this. When we were doing the heating systems, we pulled up the concrete floor here, but there was still concrete floor over this area and this area. This is where I was sitting talking to you just now, and this is the whole area that Marc and the lads are going to be tackling today. You might notice that I'm not there during this, and that's because I wasn't very well on that day.
Today is a great day to break the slab and see if we have a cellar underneath. We have a few things that have been stored here for a little while that we need to move in order to be able to access the slab. And then we'll start breaking. Dave, would you help me move things? We had already been breaking part of this room when we removed the old burner and switched to the wood one. And whilst we were doing that, we had to dig trenches to put a lot of pipes everywhere, and it's still a work in progress. Let's put them here, because if we find a cellar, they'll go straight in it.
Yeah, they're heavy.
Yeah, it's solid oak. These are they're meant for storing champagne in the champagne cellars. I'm gonna have to do a bit of work with Hervé, so I'll let you start the cracking.
All right, well, we're ready to break ground on the cellar. So here's hoping to find some.
Yeah. We're getting different sounds here too.
Well, this is a lot easier to break up than here, so I wonder if they did this later than they did this, so it's like different mixture, different cement, or... All right, Mark.
Anything yet?
Well, nothing really, but we noticed this part over here sounds a little different, sounds a little more hollow, and the concrete broke up a lot easier. It's a little thinner.
Yeah.
I don't know if they did that at a later time.
Type of concrete, but,
Different type. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, a different type of concrete than this part.
So are we guessing that the stairs come down here and along, and then they're going back
yeah,
down here?
around.
I think so, because it looks like to me like this is a different color.
Yeah, so that's a return.
Yeah, because there would have still been a path here,
Let's
and
get
then
the
the stairs
rake.
would have gone underneath it. good is your geology?
Yes, it's definitely a rock from the Ardèche
from the underground.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, probably blackish in color.
It's quite reflective. If you turn the light off, you'll see that might go away though.
The reflection might go away.
See? Oh,
Doggone it, he's
it's
right.
only temporary stuff.
We have our first historical artifact from the cellar of Chateau de Rosieres. It's from Crédit Agricole. It's like an ATM receipt.
What year?
2021.
Oh my God, that's historic. Yeah.
We can't see anything yet, but it's not very surprising because under the slab there was a drainage layer. I think what we need to do is clear as much of the topsoil we can and see where the bedrock is and where it was dug and things like that. So basically we're going to start to do archaeology now. Yeah, this looks like rock.
It's like coal.
That's coal, yeah.
It's coal?
Yeah. Yeah, because they used to store their coal in here in the 19th century. Yeah, so yeah, if we have coal here, it means that's not bedrock. Yeah, so no, no, it's not.
It's so strong.
And that's cement. Probably. We'll take a brush and see.
Yeah, okay.
And clear it. The cellar's definitely cleaner. It looks like bedrock to me. So I don't think the entrance is here. But it's really nice and clean, at least. So my other idea is that there might be something here, because we have a bit of reasonably modern plaster with the odd stones that are not really matching the rest of the wall. And one of the stones at the back was cemented. And behind this wall, we have a void that's walled on 4 sides that would fit the space of a spiral staircase. I think if we can't see anything behind this, we'll try to find the vent on the front terrace, because we know there's a vent there for sure, because I dug it out before. Okay. We just don't know where it's going. So yeah, I think it's nice to get rid of this plaster anyway. That's really interesting, because the stones are clearly different from the rest of the wall. They're also much nicer, so it shows a different phase of construction. And yeah, so we are not going to find a doorway here, but it's a pretty wall. What we could do with the little drill is get rid of the cement here, because that's
in there.
Yeah, that's quite ugly. I bet it's people who tried to look what was behind the wall before us. Because of the carving, the angles are much straighter, whereas these are just roughly carved.
No, I see the difference. I'm wondering if it's that they may have filled up something like a gap in the wall.
It's what I was wondering, but if there was a gap in the wall, we would have a straight joint somewhere, and we don't. Let's get rid of the rest of the plaster. Yeah. And see what's behind here.
Okay. There's a cavity behind this wall that we've just uncovered, so we don't know if it's just a small cavity or it goes somewhere or whatever. So Marc's just
There's a draft.
There's a draft?
There's definitely a draft.
There are chestnut skins and things that were probably brought in by rats. Probably very old chestnut skins. And there is a little draft on the hole at the top. Tell me what you think. I think it's just a stone that was removed by people who wanted to see what was in the void. But they probably didn't go far enough. Yeah, there's a little draft if you put your hand at the top here. Mm-hmm. It's it's not as strong as it was when... it could just be the difference in temperature between the inside and outside the wall.
So tell me what you found.
So we didn't find the entrance of the cellar.
That you
But,
promised me would be here.
well, I thought if it would have been a good place for it to be. So I guess we'll just need to break the rest of the stone.
All right. Well, I'm sorry I wasn't part of that, but I'm also sorry we didn't find the cellar.
Yep, yet.
I know you've got another plan to look
Yes,
elsewhere.
I do.
How confident are you that you'll find it through that one?
Well, I don't know. I think we will find something because we've already dug and we know there is a vent. So we'll see if we have something.
Still confident.
We'll see.